morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Oluwole Aboyade, your Conscious Creative Space Intelligence Director and Creator. And today I'm going to be talking about design thinking to the students here at Conference University. And I will start with Facebook because it's one of the biggest platforms, the most used platform in time and space. And you can see I've created a page called Creativity and Design. You can see the Facebook logo here. So if I just slide, you can see on this side now, they score the health of the page. You have to remember when you create a page on Facebook, you have to give it what your values are. And the values of creativity and design is creativity, spirituality, and intelligence. That's our core value. We help you to design mind. The mind will help you to ignite design thinking, to help you use your software and hardware and your creative intelligence to create products of values and services of values, not just desire. Also, we help you to create insight that leads to clarity, wisdom, to help you now bring your intelligence, your idea to reality, so that the modification, the beautification, the perfection can start that process. So now we're going to go to design thinking and launch our design mind, because already our mind, according to Facebook, and I read, how healthy is your page? Your page is your mind. Page health is excellent for creativity and design. So now we're going to use originality because of what we call intellectual property protection. We're not going to copy somebody else's idea or their mode or their process. We're going to now go into design thinking using something that is accessible, affordable, and durable in our environment. I can go to a place where they don't have a monitor to do slideshow. So what you do is get an Indomie carton or a disposable carton, and you can do your slideshow or your sketch or your storyboard there, and you can see this one. So right now, offline, I have this. If there's no light, if there's no monitor, I can still teach the class because the stages are here. And you have to remember, design thinking is human-centered. You are aiming for a purpose. So today I will be using design thinking. I will be using design thinking definition and stages of process to create a prototype for the house of creativity that we need to build to be able to have students of creativity learn in a better direction. So what have I done? Digitally, I have the same thing you are seeing online, offline right here. So let's go to the first stage. The first stage is empathize. So you can see the first stage here, empathize. And in this first stage, you have to observe, you have to research, engage, and then start identifying the problem as you're engaging people, as you're doing your research, start engaging people. And in this case, don't have biases, don't run to judgment, persevere. You will move to the next stage, which is called define. And you can see define over here. But if there's no light, our creative intelligence has given us something we have access to, and you can see define. Because you've moved from empathize, you will start to have wisdom, which is a form of vision, insight. That insight will help you to unpack the problem and see the details. And you will start to see the needs. You will start to feel the shoes as it hurts them. They say if you don't wear my shoe, you don't know how it hurts me. So now you start to see the personality, the characters. You start to see what's involved, what it will take, how it will be done. And in this case, you will have to redefine the problem. In this case, you will start asking the question and answering the question, how can I help? With what can I use to solve this local or global problem? In this definition, you must define your time for it to take place and the space for it to take place. Very, very important. Now you move to the next one, which is ideate. You can see ideate right here. So ideate is also here offline, and in ideate you generate solutions by creating sketch, storyboard, by engaging diversity, different opinions, different people, forming a team, facilitating the team, leading the team. If you don't facilitate and lead the team, everything will be disorganized. Yes, remember you are designing for a purpose. I'm using the definition of design thinking to teach us design thinking, and also to create a prototype for the house of creativity that we need to build so that our students can have a comfortable environment to learn creativity and design. So once you move from ideas, once you do your storyboard, remember to keep it simple, accessible, affordable, and durable. Come up with originality. You go to prototype. The prototype, we're going to use this carton to create a prototype for our house of creativity and design. How we want it to look like. We can perfect it later. Prototype doesn't have to be perfect. So in prototype, you must have conversations with people. You must be able to explore. You must inspire other team members to contribute. You can see the prototype there. And in this case, you must do your wireframe. If you are building a website, an application, do a sketch of what it will look like. Don't worry, you are not looking for perfection here. You are trying to make the intelligence visible. You are trying to bring the idea to be visible. Seeing is believing. If somebody comes up with $1 million and say, well, they build me a house of creativity. And I say, oh, wait, let me go to my house. I will come back. No, you have to look into it. Oh, that's your carton. You left that carton. Look into its environment. I say, let me use this carton to just give you a rough idea of what I'm thinking. You will get the job done there because you've made the idea visible. Conversation of the next step will start from that process. You will get the money at that point. So from this prototype now, here, you should not be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. You can always revisit. And once you come up here and you revisit and you fail and you test, you will be learning. That will move you to your test stage. To now create a prototype. That prototype will now be something you can present to people in your inner circle, family and friends, to say, what do you think? How do you think it? Move out of the team now to start launching it into space to see what others with different ideas who have no idea about what you're doing, what they think about it. Their input is very, very important. In this case, you must also remember that as you are solving the problem, you will be debugging, you will be recreating, you will also be learning new tricks and new skills. Be open-minded. In this case, aim for product of values, for services of values, not just desire. Now, let us turn this to this. The end point is to have the logo of love, the brand of creation, which is the logo of creation and the brand of creation, which is love. Wealthy, healthy being. That's the purpose. Anything you involve with, any product or service you create, you are aiming to be a wealthy, healthy being. That's the end point. So now, let's create a prototype with this. So we just turn the carton, and you can see it has a 4 square. Can you see the prototype now? The prototype is right there. And if you move it back, I will show you the slide. It's already the warehouse for us. You can see it's the warehouse for us. We have to build around it, and I will start that building process. And let me just show you what it looks like on the slide. So the same carton we use now to do the final test. I've gone through this: converse, explore, inspire others, build your prototype, your wireframe. Don't be afraid to fail. When you get to your test, you refine, you learn, you solve, you will launch the idea into your inner circles, you release the idea into your immediate environment and see what people are saying. Aim for product of values and services of value. You can see I put a window there, I put an envelope of love, and then we have the prototype, and then we just move. So now we'll be going to, that's me teaching the students here at Copenhagen University. And you can see the house is taking form now. Can you see the house? We've built we have lights, even lights there. So we move from there, and you can see now, we're moving, the idea is still developing. Can you see a prototype? And we can move, can you see another prototype? There's even a car parked here. Can you see the car parked? So you come up with different ideas. You are not looking for perfection. You are just making the idea visible. Once the idea is in your brain and you don't bring it to the physical dimension, you will be overwhelming your brain. You have to empty your brain of the ideas so that you can focus on other ideas. So now you have to see other options. You can see other options, other options. These are different options. And you will see, look at what I ended up with. Can you see it? Let's enlarge it for you to see. Can you see it? Yes. You can see this would be the museum, the small museum to exhibit our stuff. This big place is our warehouse there. This is the door to the warehouse. This is the